Hello, it's your new favorite makeup look calling, Scandi Girl Makeup. You've probably seen it all over TikTok, all over Pinterest. Everyone's trying to get the look. It is like the new it girl makeup look at the moment. I posted a TikTok video on this a while back, attempting to recreate the look purely just based off looking at Pinterest photos and recreating it on my own face. A lot of real Scandi girls in my comment section gave me all the tips and tricks on exactly what I need to do to look like those photos. And I have spent the past few months perfecting it. I thought this was probably the right time to share because I think I've got it down pat now. So let me show you my go-to Scandi girl inspired makeup look. It's super important to use the glowiest base that you possibly can. So switch out your like regular primer for glow drops or just basically any kind of like highlighter sort of product. I'm using these Basics by B liquid glow drops. I'm also going to add some Benefit Jus La La. This is in the Lunar Medium. And I think it's also really important to note that skincare is very important for this. You want to choose skincare products that say hydrating, so that you can start with a super hydrated base. If you do this on a base that's dry, it's just not gonna look the same. Okay, I'm just gonna give that a little minute to sink into my skin before applying foundation. For foundation, you wanna choose something that is light coverage, like a BB cream or a CC cream or something like that. And I actually have two recommendations for foundation for this kind of look, and both of them are drugstore super affordable. The first one is Rimmel Kind and Free, super lightweight moisturizing foundation skin tint kind of thing. And this one, CoverGirl Clean Fresh Skin Milk. This is my favorite. I've used this for years. I don't have this in a tan shade. I only have this one in a super tan shade. So I'm gonna go with this one today. But if I had to choose, I'd go CoverGirl. And just like you would with any makeup, blend that all over your face. I use a brush to kind of buff it in, and then I blend it out with a beauty blender normally. I love the Scandinavian aesthetic. I think it's so chic and classy, very feminine, soft girl sort of look. And I also just love how these Scandi girls have kind of perfected the art of always looking super put together every single day without looking like they're trying too hard, if that makes sense. Blend, blend, blend with my beauty blender. As you can see, that foundation is really light coverage, but it also blended into my fake tan color, which is important. Okay, I'm zooming you in so you can really see what's going on here. We're getting up close and personal for the technical parts. I'm going to use my Made by Mitchell curve case and this Peaches and Cream duo brush. You need one of these duo brushes for the Scandi Girl contour situation. So I'm using the darkest shade of contour and applying it along my cheekbone, my temple, forehead, and then with the smaller brush, yes, I know mine's kind of dirty. I don't know why, it just like works so much better when it's got a little bit of leftover product. I'm going along my nose and bringing the contour up into my brow and under the ball of my nose, is that what you call it? And then a little bit on the outer corner of my eyelid. And I'm just going to blend that all out with my beauty blender, even the nose contour. Now for concealer, I'm just using my trusty Tarte Shape Tape. I get really bad dark circles, so that's kind of where I'm focusing my concealer. But for the Scandi makeup, you really want to lift. So make sure you apply some there to really lift the eye. And I'm just going to do a little bit there underneath to like really brighten. Like I said, I get bad dark circles there. A little bit along the bridge of your nose to highlight. Chin, a little bit to highlight. And then a little bit underneath the contour to clean and lift. And I'm just like, any places that I have redness or imperfections, I usually do a little bit to just cover that up as well. Beauty blender, blend. Some people have different beauty blenders for different products. I don't. I use the same beauty blender for everything and I just replace it pretty often. And that's what that looks like all blended out. For liquid blush, I like to do a product that has shimmer in it as well. I'm going to mix a combination of this Rare Beauty. This is in the shade Transcend Liquid Luminizer. And blend that out. And then I'm also going to add some Maybelline What shade is this? Kisses. Maybelline Kisses blush in 06. City Sizzle. This one's a bit of a darker color, but still really nice and shimmery. Okay, now for baking, I'm going to use this Benefit Professional Power Powder. And this is the best powder I've ever used. A lot of powders make me wrinkly. This one just, I don't know what it is. I think it's pore filling. It looks so pretty and it doesn't crease. It makes me look so airbrushed. So I'm just applying that under the eyes to brighten. And I'm going to do a little bit under the cheekbone, along the sides of the nose. Okay, now I'm just going to grab a bronzer shade. This is the Flower Nose palette. Flower Nose Butterfly Color Collection. This is beautiful and I wanted to use this for this makeup look because it just, to me, screamed something that a beautiful Scandi girl would be using. Everything they do is so effortless and pretty. So I'm just lightly applying that with this little brush. You don't want to do too much, but basically just like going over the places that I applied bronzer before. Okay, and then I'm going to do some blush. This Kimchi Beauty blush is the most perfect blush I've ever found for a Scandi girl look. It's Taylor Blush, the name, and I'm really going to pack this on. They love a pale pink blush, I've noticed, these Pinterest Scandi girls. So I'm going to bring that quite high and bring it all along my cheekbone. And then a crucial step with the blush is to bring it to the top of your brow bone. I think that this kind of gives like a very sun-kissed sort of look. And then for highlight, I'm going to do my go-to Benefit cookie and just do it along the bridge of my nose, the ball of my nose, and the tiniest bit at the top of my cheekbones, and blend it with the blush. So you kind of just like dab a dot of it on like that and then blend it out with the brush that you used to apply your blush with. You don't want to do too much, just a tiny dot. Okay, so essentially that's pretty much the base. I'm going to set it with heaps of setting spray. This one is MCO Miracle Flawless. It's a dupe of the Charlotte Tilbury. And then I'm going to move on to brows. Honestly, the less you do with brows, the better. I'm just going to brush them up and very lightly define them with the Precisely My Brow pencil from Benefit. Like I said, seriously, the less you do, the better. You just want to make it a tiny bit neater. And I'm not even really going to touch the inner part of my brow, only the tail and the outer. This whole aesthetic really gives me soft girl sort of vibes. If I wasn't recording right now, I would be listening to a Scandi girl playlist on Spotify. If you just search up Scandi girl style and stuff, like so many cool playlists come up, and it's very like soft, feminine. It really puts you into a nice feminine energy. And I love listening to soft music when I get ready. I know like a lot of people, if you're getting ready for a night out or a date or something, you want to be listening to like Megan Thee Stallion and Doja Cat, but I think there's something so nice about just embracing like a softer vibe. Having a glass of champagne and listening to jazzy sort of music is my ideal getting ready situation. Now that the brows are lightly filled, I'm just going to go in with a 24-hour brow setter from from Benefit. Why do I keep trying to say Amazon? And brush them up. The entire look is very much less is more, and I love that vibe. Now for the next part, you're gonna think I'm crazy, but get an eyeshadow palette that has a good selection of nudes and lighter shades, and take the very lightest shade you can find, even better if it's got a light pink tone to it, and apply it right in your inner corner like that. Like really pack it in there. We want to brighten up. Just don't go down, don't drag it down. Always drag up, but we want to brighten that inner corner as much as physically possible. So literally make it look white and kind of drag it along your crease, just for the first part of your eye. Okay, now that that's looking insanely bright, take a sort of a brown or a burnt orange. I just mix a little bit of these two together and lightly define your outer corners. If you want to make that contrast between the super bright inner corner and the nose contour, you can just like add a little bit of that outer corner eyeshadow to the bridge there, and it will just define that even more. And then with a teeny tiny flat brush, I honestly like a brow brush for this. Just do the same color and just do a little bit underneath your eye on the outer corner. Don't drag it in too far. Okay, now I'm gonna curl the lashes with a lash curler, and repeat the entire process like 6 times. Their lashes are so curled, so literally just curl your lashes as much as physically possible. Before mascara, add a little wing. I'm using this Rare Beauty eyeliner pen. Don't do too much, just a little bit in the outer corner. I'm gonna leave it at that, just like a little bit in the outer corner. You don't want to take it too long or anything like that, just whatever you're happy with. I feel like with winged eyeliner you don't really have much control, wherever the wing takes you. For mascara, you want to opt for a mascara that is not going to clump your lashes. You want something that is going to separate them all individually, and my recommendation would be Benefit Fan Fest. It's perfect for this, and apply as many coats as you can without it looking clumpy. I'm going to use one of these Impress press-on falsies underneath my lashes, just to make the outer corner pop a little bit more. The Scandi girls, they definitely aren't doing big press-on lashes. What are they called? False lashes. So you want to do this very wisely. You definitely don't want it to look fake. These lashes are so easy to apply and they just make that little pop of difference. So I would recommend getting press-on lashes so much. They changed my life. Also, I'm not very good at applying strip lashes with glue, so the pre-glued situation is the biggest game changer. It's a little bit annoying that they're single use, but I feel like it's worth the investment personally. Okay, now for some finishing touches. Just going back over, grab your eyebrow pencil again, or you could use an eyebrow pen, a brown eyeliner, whatever you want, and go over any beauty marks with the pen. I don't have that many, so sometimes I need to like just make them up, but I do have this one little freckle under my eye, so I'm just like accentuating that. And I've got one here on my cheek. Literally just any freckles that you have on your face, draw over them. I really wish that I had more, but that's kind of what we're working with. And then obviously I don't want them to look this intense, so I'm just patting them down with one of these little powder puffs. The secret to this is definitely doing it over the marks that you already have, and that's how it will look the most natural. For lips, you want to do a dark brown lip liner and very lightly sketch the outline of your lips. Don't overline too much because we're keeping it natural. I honestly just love getting inspiration from Pinterest. Pinterest is probably where I find the most of my makeup inspo, and I make it a habit to scroll like at least once a day. I'm scrolling Pinterest, I'm saving a board of makeup ideas and stuff. You can get so many inspiration, not just like Scandi girl makeup, all different kinds of vibes of makeup. And let this be a sign to just make a folder of makeup looks that I want to try and create. If you're ever lost and you want to do something different, you can pull from that folder, that board. Once we have a lightly sketched kind of lip line, you could leave it like this and just go in with gloss. But my lips are naturally a very boring skin color shade. Like I've got no natural color. The Scandi girls have a really nice color to their lips. So I'm gonna do this Anastasia Lip Velvet in Pink Sand. This is a very natural color, so it will kind of imitate a natural lip. And then, very important, light pink shimmer gloss. This one's from Milani. I found this morning and I thought that is just absolutely perfect for this look. I haven't tried this, but I think it will be perfect. And I'm just kind of applying this all over my lips. The lip gloss is crucial to a Scandi girl look. Load it on. I'm gonna take out these hair rollers so we can see how it all comes together. Hair rollers are also a very essential part to a Scandi girl look. We all know that. They love their big voluminous hair. Don't forget to twist your rollers as they come out. Okay, that's the finished look. Unfortunately, I do have a little bit of creasing from the clips that were holding the rollers in, but I still think it's really cute. I got lots of volume, so I'm very happy about that. Those big rollers gave me a nice little flick at the end of my hair. I think it looks cute, definitely giving Scandi girl kind of vibes. Let me know what you think. If you're a Scandi girl, tell me what you do differently. I'm very interested to hear. That's just kind of like how I've perfected it since seeing the whole Scandi trend online. I love this makeup because it's very much like everyday sort of glam. Like I feel very glamorous and very put together, but like comfortable enough to wear this on an everyday sort of occasion. It's not too super full glam that you would be embarrassed to wear this out. If you ever come across any makeup looks on Pinterest that you think I should recreate, please send them to me because I love creating Pinterest trend makeups, different kind of aesthetics. If you enjoyed this makeup look, if it helped you, if it inspired you, please subscribe to my YouTube channel because I post lots of girly, glamorous beauty content. Thank you for watching and I hope you have a gorgeous, glamorous week. Bye girls!